The decision to leave your job and pursue your dreams. What should that look like? Let me tell you what it should look like. But before I do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because for these next however many times, I'm going to be coming to you with the real deal Holyfield on what it's like to be an entrepreneur, okay? Because it's not for everyone. But there are a couple of things I want you to think about. I think the number one regret of the dying, this is specifically for people that, in their mid 40s or early 40s and thinking about doing this. The number one regret is that I didn't live the life that I wanted to live. I didn't go after those dreams. I didn't pursue them. That is the number one regret. So that's telling you with the data that if you don't want to have that regret, you're going to need to do something else. That being said, you're going to also need to be mindful of what it looks like out here in the world right now. Now, here's the deal. I want to hit that like and subscribe button because I'm going to give you the facts. My name is Troy Horne. I have built multiple businesses based on my dreams, things that I wanted to do. I was a Broadway performer. When I went and I did that. When I went to LA as a youngling at 20, well, I think I went there at 21, 22, whatever. I left a job at a younger age. I was not 40s, which is totally different. I'll tell you about that too. I went there to pursue music and got a record deal and worked as a musician. At the beginning, I didn't. At the beginning, I struggled a lot, but eventually I found my way to working as a musician, found my way to becoming a Broadway performer, all those things. So right now, you are looking at leaving your job to pursue your dreams. Here's what I would suggest, because a lot of you guys, are kind of in that 30 something because I actually, oddly enough, I was doing a Broadway show called Rent. And I was playing one of the lead roles, and I wanted to spend more time with my family and my kids, which sounds bazonkers to a lot of people. They're like, oh my gosh, you were doing a Broadway show. You had the dream, whatever. Why would you leave that? And it was because, my kid went to, daycare during the day, and it doesn't matter. Let's talk about you. And maybe some other time we'll talk about me, maybe in some other section of the world. You want to pursue your dreams. And I'm going to tell you this. You should and can definitely do that. But here's what I would say for those of you who are out there getting ready to try it your own by yourself. And that would be build it on the side. Use your business to fund your dreams. And let me tell you a couple things of how to do that. First of all, let me show you a book here. This book right here is called, actually, no, before you do that one, and you might have seen my other video, but before you do that one, I want you to read this one. This book right here called Think and Grow Rich. Okay, you see that right there? Before you do anything, you need to read this book called Think and Grow Rich, because entrepreneurship is mostly mindset and also a little bit of skill and care about the people that you are looking to serve. There are going to be courses after whatever you want to call them, mind groups or whatever. And let me tell you how they're going to go, because I've purchased them all, in the past, trying to figure this out myself. Let me tell you how these courses typically go. They typically go, oh my gosh, let me show you the best way to do this in 30 days. And we've got this example, and this person did it, and this testimonial, and that testimonial. And then you hop into this course, and it's about a good 10 to 20 hours of video that you will never complete. As a matter of fact, people know that create courses that the completion rate is something like 25 to 30%. So 30% of people, I believe, get through the entire course. And that includes you probably, because ain't nobody got time to watch 10 to 15 hours of course material, whether it's brilliant or not. What we need to do is get straight to the doing, which this prevents you from doing. So anyways, Think Go Rich, read that first, okay? Then after you read that book, I want you to ask yourself, is this thing that I'm looking to create something that I want to do because I love it, because it's actually a dream, or am I going to create another job? And the reason why I say that is because I've been looking at buying businesses as well. And I can tell you that most of the time when people are selling businesses, they're selling you their dream or their job. They're not selling you a business. And that means that they're trying to get out of it so they can go retire. Maybe the spark is gone or whatever else. And so I'm telling you that in the beginning, to think that you're going to be selling or creating a business and not another job, because I've done that as well. And let me tell you, if you're creating a job, eventually you get tired of working the job. Okay. And you want to be the person that can help people and serve people and not be burned out mentally because you're doing the accounting, you're doing the marketing, you're doing the course creation or the client reach or whatever. You're doing everything. In the beginning, you need to do some of that kind of thing, but you also need to make sure that you do it in a way that you can move the unimportant tasks out and the ones that you have one-on-one client stuff or group client stuff in. And I'm going to tell you about that, why about that later. So, number one, read Think and Grow Rich. Number two, ask yourself, is this really my dream? Like, if I could do this on the lean months when I'm not making anything, or on the high months when I am I still going to be happy that I made this move to do this? Is this something that's going to feed my soul for the next 5 to 10 years? Okay. That's number two. So read the book, ask yourself, is this something that I really want to do come hell or high water, when it sucks and when it's great? Or is it just like, something I like? Because if it's something you like, and if it's a dream and it's a burning desire, which you'll get from that book, then okay, that's step one. We got that. Okay. Number two, I want you to think, not how quickly can I get to the beach, not how quickly can I put no time into this, not, how do I get to the 4-hour work week and all that stuff. If that's you and it works out, good for you. But I can tell you from someone who's done it multiple times with multiple businesses that ain't it. It's going to be hours. It's going to actually be more work in the beginning than you're doing right now on your regular job. It's going to be more work on your new thing you're creating than you are on the regular one. And that's why I say you got to love it. Okay. After you do that, while you're building your business and you're funding it with your own thing, now I want you to go out and do what we call test the market. And I'm not talking about, oh my gosh, I've got so much for you guys. I'm not talking about asking your friends to buy your product. I'm not talking about asking your family to come visit your store. That is not the market. People will tell you, why don't my friends and family support? Why don't they come out and help me? Why don't they, they buy from whatever Dolce & Gabbana, but they don't buy from my close stop. Let me explain to you why that is, in case you're missing it. Whatever name brand is they're buying, that thing is providing a service to them that you are not. And it's that simple. Wearing a Nike hoodie or a Dolce or whatever gives them perceived status amongst other people that they don't know. And for some reason, and not for some reason, that to them is more valuable than supporting you. And you got to get out your feelings and think, how can I serve people that I would give value to and that would love to do that? And it's not going to be your friends. It's not going to be the email 10 people and get them to, that's short money. That's short game. I'm just trying to help you because I know that you want to start a business, and all that stuff that people are telling you, that ain't it. You're going to need to find people you do not know that are going to appreciate and love your product and that you can help and serve above and beyond whatever your price is. Because the game is not, okay, let's do budget and then, serve minimally. The game is, let's do budget or medium price and serve like it's high ticket. And people are going to tell you that's not it. And they're going to sell you courses to say this. And then what I would encourage you to do is don't take my word for it, because you might buy them anyways. Buy those courses and then check with other people that are in it. Once the excitement wears off, say, how many of y'all how many of y'all actually, turn this into something? Ask. Because selling the reality of building a business ain't cute. It ain't glamorous. It's not going to get you the $1997 asking fee. $1,997 asking fee. It's not going to get you that. And so, since this is a free YouTube video, I'm going to tell you like it is. The first year or two, it's going to be work. and it's going to be hard. So you better love it, and you better be really wanting to help people that you're going to serve. You need to be really wanting to help them, have whatever result or desire or clothing or whatever that they want. Okay. That's number 2. I've got so much for you guys. Okay. So make sure, I hope you liked and subscribed or whatever, on this video. After that, after you have a viable product and people are like, oh my gosh, okay, let me buy this shirt, service, coaching, whatever from you, people you don't know, not your friends and your family. After you have that, now let me explain something to you that most people won't talk about. And actually, I'm going to share a video with you so you can see what I'm talking about. Take a listen to this.
All right. Well, it's on now. Wow.
So I think a scenario lots of viewers can relate to is sitting on the couch on a Friday night, going through the streaming services, cycling through the movies and thinking to themselves, they're not making movies for me anymore. As somebody who's been intimately involved in movie making for 30 years, what are the macro Hollywood conditions behind that sentiment?
Well, so what happened was the DVD was a huge part of our business, of our revenue stream. And technology has just made that obsolete. And so the movies that we used to make, you could afford to not make all of your money when it played in the theater because you knew you had the DVD coming behind the release. And 6 months later, you'd get a whole nother chunk. It would be like reopening the movie almost. And when that went away, that changed the type of movies that we could make. I did this movie Behind the Candelabra, and I talked to a studio executive who explained it was a $25 million movie. I would have to put that much into print and advertising, right, to market it, what we call P&A. So I'd have to put that in P&A. So now I'm in $50 million. I have to split everything I get with the exhibitor, right, the people who own the movie theaters. So I would have to make $100 million before I got into profit. And the idea of making $100 million on a story about like this love affair between these two people, yeah, I love everyone in the movie, but that's suddenly a massive gamble in a way that it wasn't in the 1990s when they were making all those kind of movies, the kind of movies that I loved and the kind of movies that were my bread and butter.
Okay, the thing I wanted to get from that is that marketing is expensive. We have this dream of word of mouth. Someone's going to discover me, and just by word of mouth, they're going to come and buy my store, and I'm going to go viral. Remember that? I'm going to go viral, and they're just going to find me. Y'all, it ain't 90. It ain't 1991, 92. Viral is over. This is a pay-to-play world, which is why I suggest, keeping your employment to pay for your exposure. It's what it is. Okay? So, 1, validate that people want what you want. Number 2, figure out how you're going to serve them. And then 3, commit to a marketing budget, because that's what it is. As you saw in that last clip, it ain't the put it out. It ain't 1999, 95. And it ain't that. Okay. So you're going to pay almost like 50% return rate is what you want. So what I mean by that is if you put in $100 and you make 200, you're winning. Okay. If you put in $100 and you make 150, you are winning. This whole idea about like scaling your ads down, and you're not competing in the same game as these people are. They're looking at 50% costs, whatever it's called, per advertising return. So again, I don't know if the math is right, but you put in $100, you make 200, it's a winning day. You put in $100, you make $50, it's a winning day. Okay. Those are the top 3 things I want you to think about. Last but not least, because I don't want to make this video run forever, but I do want to make more of them. So leave in the comments if there's something else that you want to learn about starting your own business. Last but not least, you need to read books. And actually, before I do that, this is the book that I wanted to show you about that you need to read also after the other one. I don't want to put too much information on you because I have so much to share. But this one's called $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi. And he talks about how it's got to be a no-brainer offer. Your offer needs to be no-brainer because you're in a crazy loud space no matter what you're doing. Okay? So let's see what we did. We had Think and Grow Rich. We had test your product and service. Well, 2, make sure you love the stuff and then test it with people that you don't know. Don't make an announcement to your friends and family. You don't want them buying your stuff. This is not how this works. Then we said, serve above and beyond, $100 million offers, and then fall in love with advertising. And you're going to have to learn it yourself in the beginning. Don't put it out to someone else, because everything in your business you're going to have to do, you're going to have to learn. And I'm going to leave you a clip that talks about that as well. You're going to learn everything. I'm going to leave you a clip. Actually, let's play it right now.
David Kohler. He just roomed with me in the summers. David Kohler is the plumbing family. So $7 billion plumbing family. So if you look y'all go to these bathrooms right now, you're going to see Kohler.
Oh my God.
That's them.
Is that Kohler?
Yes, that's them. That was my college roommate in the summers.
Oh my God.
So his family was, they were probably close to not $300-400 million business, but I didn't know this. So I'm like, first of all, why are you not paying rent? When I found this out, I'm like, yo, you're sleeping on the couch and not paying rent.
Come on,
let's
now.
start there. I'm like, so why did your father just make you an executive? He's like, nah, I got to be a plumber first. I'm like, what? Because we, from where I'm from.
Oh yeah, we made it. We all made it. Yeah, we all made it.
We made it. He's
we're
like,
on.
We on. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, because he's gonna make me be a plumber, and then I go through the steps. So if I get an invoice as an executive for $7 for screws, I know that they're really $3.
So as you can see, you're going to need to learn everything about your business, and before you hand it to someone else, so that you know what is going on. I've got more to share with you, but we've already gone a long time on this one. Long story short, you want to leave your job to follow your dream from someone who has done it multiple times. Let me just say to you, you can do it, you should do it, but you need to do it in steps. And I'm here, I'm going to help you out and figure out how to do that for yourself, but don't just jump and the net will appear, because it's crazy out here in these streets. I did it back when I was 2021, and oh my God, that's a different time, a different world. But at 35, 40, there are steps we can do to make this transition, and I'm going to share them with you. And if you got any questions about it, leave a comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you like these videos, let me know, and I'll make some more to kind of help you guys. But you should definitely start making the move. Start making the moves and not jump. Don't listen to these people out there telling you jump in the net will appear. This ain't that time. There are steps we can take to kind of help you go on this ride, and I'm going to share them with you on this channel. Sorry for being so long-winded on this one, but I just really love for people to win, and I think there's enough for everyone to win. So like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments anything that you would like to know, and I'll make some more videos for you guys about those. So hopefully this was helpful. Yes, you can. Yes, you should. But make sure that you do it in a wise way, and I'll help you right here on this channel work through that, because I've done it multiple times. And so there, yeah. Peace. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace. Bye-bye.